Hey, this is Noogie from GuardianTalesGuides.com, and I was doing expedition today, got a lot of proofs, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually get to the next district, or the next area in expedition, which I didn't even think I'd ever get to. But whatever, we're here, so I figured I'd make a video on it, because you gotta have a little bit of forward-thinking strategy on this one, so I've been thinking forward like, and I'm gonna tell you all my do. Anyways, uh, as many of us, since you've probably played Expedition a little bit, you're going to need to get a certain score and beat the final trial area to. You need to get this 7 points, 26, whatever, 2.6 million, and beat the final trial area to get to the rank where you actually experience the new content. And why would you want to experience the new content? That's why these things. How cool is that? If you ever try to get a fully offensive relic, it is a huge pain in the ass until you get to this next area, and then it's actually not that hard. You just got to pull it off, right? So, coolio, sounds great. All right, good. But this is what we're working for here. 3 offensive stats, and then even more of whatever you got here. So attack from 5 to 7. I'm not sure how high crit goes up, but whatever. Skill damage goes up. Look at that. That's so great. Those are super great skill damage. How cool. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's what we're working for. So how do we do this? So you're going to have a rank up thing right now. If you beat everything in the current global situation, the rank up, once you click it, it doesn't go anywhere. It says content hasn't been added yet. Come next patch, you can click it, and it will award you access to 4th District. Yay! Now, a few things here. You don't, once you get to the 4th District, all you need to do is you'll be at rank 5. All you have to do to get through rank 5 is to beat these 2 worlds, and depending on how heavy your account is, maybe just one of them, or maybe even need to duck into here. Doesn't really matter. You just need to get some points, and once you get some points, it'll give you access to the next area. Notice I haven't done anything in the next area. It's because the Mystic Resistance is so high that you're going to need to evolve some gear. So let's take a look at that real quick. Let's go back to the previous district. All right. If you remember, if you try to get your Mystic Resistance up to fight the boss, Block, it's kind of a chore. It's not easy. You actually have to pay attention and make some sacrifices, most likely. Either way, Mystic Resistance, pretty tricky to get to 2700. On the very next, oops, wrong one. On the very next area though, God, what am I doing? First trial area, Mystic Resistance goes from 2700 to 2800, which you might be able to do if you cap out all your gear, but let's just assume that you're not going to do that. So what you're going to need to get to that, or to actually fight this without any kind of detriments, is you're going to need to evolve 1 piece of gear. So, but if you can come in here and beat it really quick, you will basically get one of those little challenge pop-ups, and it says, yay, you just beat it. Here's 10 superior Arcane Crystals, which we'll get into in a second, but that will allow you to evolve 1 piece of gear. Now, let's look at, cool, okay, so this is the lesser variety, right? Lesser grade, lesser rarity. 200 to 240 Mystic Resistance. 600 to 640. That means that they upgrade your... Okay, Lula, calm down. They upgrade your Mystic Resistance by 400 per. Massive, massive jump on Mystic Resistance. So with one of these bad boys, you're going to have no problem getting in here. And then you go ahead and get your fight on, right? Just get your score up. Now this is where it gets interesting, right? Once you get to this area, this will be your rank. You will need some score, but we don't care about that really. 30, 30, 30, more proofs. They're basically our new version of the proofs for this area. Spider legs. All right. So we're going to want to farm this area as much as possible, because we're going to get our gear and we're going to get our spider legs. If you're going to spend coffee, you might as well do it in a place where you will eventually need to get these crazy drops like we had to do for the proofs. And this will probably take a little while. Luckily, we've got double the expedition points during this little thing, so take advantage while you can. Now, let's go back one real quick. You will notice that 2800 gets bumped up to 3600. That's a huge jump. All right, so let's go over here. This is my highest mystic resistance. I'm at 3500. So theoretically, I could go in here, right? I could try to re-roll some of that, but I'm not gonna, because I really don't need to be in here yet. I don't really care about killing the bosses. I just wanted access to the forge on my KR account. On my global account, I will. But on my global account, I will immediately be able to get a lot more evolved pieces. So if you're just looking for gear, all you need to do is beat that last boss in that previous area and get access to the new forge stuff. So let me show you how to obtain more gear, and quickly. Okay, so first off, we need superior arcane crystals, 15 of them for each evolution. That's not a small thing, okay? So let's look at what that, well, you know what? We'll actually go to the farm. We'll go to our happy little farm. So in the farm, oh, wait, we're going. Cool, so we can see that we can buy, this is going to be more your speed. Right off the bat, you're probably going to spend as many petals as you can. Now, you're going to get 5 of them per, so 3 of these, 3 times 5, will get you 1 evolved piece of gear. Since this is a stepper, I don't know if it's going to be 4, 4, 5, 6, I have no idea. But I just know that you're going to get probably a 1 piece of evolved gear from that alone. Now this takes 50 per, and as you can see, I've been buying them. So you're going to have to spend a lot to get in there. Lulu is doing the math. I've been talking to him a lot about since I got in here and giving us screenshots and stuff. He figures you can probably get about 800 of these a day if you really, really, really push it. And Lulu typically pushes it, which is a paid thing. But either way, like you can probably get like 1, maybe more than 1 evolved piece of gear per week. So yeah, this is kind of a big deal. So 50, like you're gonna need essentially, if you just got, you just took these and got, you got your superior arcane crystals from that. You're looking at 750 arcane crystals to get a superior arcane stone. And let's see how that works out in our forge. Cool. So we get 1. Now, what's going to happen from this to this? This is going to get bumped up to probably 7. They don't really show you the additional qualities during this part, whatever. You're going to get 1 more stat, and it's going to be randomly rolled, right? Between the 5, I think 5 options they have. Is it 6? Yeah, 6 options. Crit, skill damage, attack, heal, HP, and defense. So this is going to go, so this item is going to go, the 3 basic stats are going to be HP, HP, and 1 of the 6 that I just mentioned. Your obtained relic chance will not change. Your mystic resistance will get bumped up. In this case, it'll go to 640. And your HP will go from 5 to 7. Cool, sounds good. So it's going to be a big change. You're going to get a lot of stats and whatever. So it doesn't really, really matter which ones you roll. But you know what? We'll get into that in just a second. This is how you're going to do it, right? And then the basic change stones, which you can only do to these. Let's check it out, right? So we got skill damage. That's looking pretty good. This can be better, right? Because we don't necessarily want skill damage on and off. So it's going to take 3 mystic powder or magic powder or whatever they are. Hit that. Attack, heal, and skill damage. Notice this is already better. Like right off the bat, this is better than what you had before, and it's got more of this. The reason why it's better is just you're going to get a double offense real quick. There you go. Okay, is this better than what we currently have? 8.8, that's, yep, same. Attack, no, lower, 2.2. It's about the same. But I mean, like, that's 3 offensive stats. It just took 6 magic powder to come up with that. What we're going for here is to get rid of the skill damage. That's another offensive one, though. That's so cool. But either way, like, you see how it works, right? Not that crazy. That's so crazy, though. I mean, like, what it took me to go through to get anything even remotely close to this with 2 stats on the global account is saddening how easy it is to get this now. Whatever. So you can do this rolling. It doesn't. Once you get it evolved, it's pretty resource relaxed to get exactly what you want. You may have to roll for a while, but it's not that hard to get, at least within a spectrum of good. Either way, that's kind of how that works. Now, as far as your overall strategy on what and how to roll, right? So on this, like, I kind of did want, okay, a few things clear here. I have some raid relics, right? So this is kind of my raid relic, says like on my KR account. I don't really spend a lot of time in there. This is a great raid relic for me, although the new one beats it out. This is a great raid relic for me, although the new one beats it out again. Now the thing is, if I wanted to upgrade this, let's go here. There we are. If I wanted to upgrade this, that skill damage is going to pop over. It's already going to be a solid thing. And we're going to get one more stat. What's also going to happen is this, which is a hard to roll thing, will come over. I'll transfer that immediately. That will be great. These will be great. And you have basically a 3 in 6 chance, 50% chance to roll a third really cool stat that you're going to use. So for let's say for your raid stuff, roll those immediately. Just upgrade those immediately if that's what you're going for, whatever game mode. But upgrade the ones you already have, because what you're doing is you've already spent your magic powders to get your special stat here up to where you want it. And then you're just rolling halvesies, hopefully to get your third stat where it is. If your third stat isn't where you run it, then you're just going to have to roll over and over and over on the magic powder to get a basic stat. So if you had basically a plus heal like relic that has a really good like stat here that you want to keep, feel free to evolve that. You're just going to roll off anyway. I mean, this part right here, you probably took you a decent amount of magic powder to get the one you want. And when you evolve a piece of gear, you have to evolve wisely, because the type of gear that you want, you're not going to get a lot of evolves. Like, it's going to be a sought after thing for a little while. So whatever this is, you're keeping that, and that's great. You can roll the hell out of your basic options once you get it there. Just roll whatever type and whatever stat you already have in there. And even you could even roll something crappy, right? Like, let's find something crappy. Okay, here's one, right? I don't have this stat. I don't care about this stat. I don't care about this stat. Don't care about this stat. Maybe I want this set. If I evolve that, I could just re-roll the basic stats and then just start over on this and just roll what I have to. But if you're going to be really penny pincher, just upgrade the ones that you already have. Once you upgrade it to the new standard, you will never use the lower grade. You will just never use it again. Like, doesn't really matter. I mean, hell, if you have a bunch of these, you're probably just going to burn, like, let's say you have 4 of these, and then you're never going to use the rest of them. Just burn them, like, break them down, get those arcane crystals. That's your bottleneck. So going into it just one little bit to fully reiterate the importance of it. Your bottleneck, more or less, to progress and to get gear is superior arcane stones, which means your bottleneck is arcane crystals, because that's how you buy them. And arcane crystals comes from breaking down gear, right? So the more gear you break down, the more arcane crystals you're going to get, right? So 30 gear, right? So we just did this. That's 20 more and we'll have 1 Arcane Crystal. You need 14 more to get an upgrade. So this is going to be your process for a little while. You're going to be going for these upgrades. You're going to be pushing for it. And once you spend all your magic petals, then it's all Arcane Crystals. So yeah, this is where you're going to live for a little while. But like I said, it's crazy. That is such a crazy increase of everything, right? Like you get a whole new stat. If you get a max roll on attack and your other stats are already great, that's 5% more attack. If you were evolving heroes just for the attack bonus, I mean, you'd have to evolve 4.5 heroes to get that percentage bonus. And then that's not even counting that. So, I mean, like, it's a huge, huge benefit. And everybody's going to want to take advantage of it. So, and hopefully this will tell you how, and it will give you a guide, a little bit path forward. Just understand that if I, now looking at my account, what I'm saving, I will save up as much of these, although right now, probably not doing a whole lot of expedition, but maybe I should. Save up a bunch of these, and I will save up all my magic powders, of course. Or I'm sorry, magic petals, right? Golden petals, yeah. Because we want as many of those as possible. And then, furthermore, while I'm in expedition, I'm not going to spend any of this stuff because that's going to be valuable. Because I want to roll perfect gear because it's so much easier to get, right? I want on my leader, I want triple skill damage. On my followers, I'd love triple crit, but I'll take what I can get. But I don't want skill damage on my followers. So, like, hopefully, right off the bat, I can get my 4 relics, and then I can, I'll get it for raid because that's what I do. Then maybe I'll go for PvP relics, 4 of those. Either way, there's going to be a little bit of a damage creep because, like, the people who play specific types of content are going to upgrade those relics really fast, and they're going to have a little bit of advantage over everybody else. But yeah, and since next patch is a double boost to expedition bonus, go nuts, like go crazy. You just want to get access to the forge, and then you're good. If you want to progress down the access, like you can get to the final boss and get your giant spider legs, or I'm sorry, just spider legs in general, you're going to want to farm that second district of Area 2. And then get your stuff and hopefully get through. But you're not going to have a better time or chance of doing this in an expeditious fashion than on the next patch, which hits in 8 days. Either way, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this sheds some lights on it. I know I'm excited. After talking with Lula for a little while, I know he's totally getting into it, right? Totally getting into the planning on it too. So, and I'm sure he'll have a video, and I'm sure he'll have just as much, if not more, insight than I do. But all right, good luck, and enjoy the new loot. Adios.